What if the secret to your vitality didn't lie in the strength of your muscles, but in the fluidity of your tissues? Take a good look at this movement. We're going to break down the lateral undulating movement together. In this video, you will discover how this fluid movement allows you to move from purely mechanical gestures to a truly felt, embodied experience and understand the subtle anatomy that lies behind it. You will learn how to become your own personal therapist to release your deep-seated tensions. To practice well, you first have to understand. In the field of osteopathy, the human body is viewed as a complex tensegrity structure. This means that every single part is connected to the others by a vast, continuous network of fascia and connective tissue. When you initiate a lateral undulation, you are not just moving your vertebrae one by one, but as a whole system. You are creating a subtle play of pressure and release that stimulates the tissue's ability to listen. Daniel Michel often liked to refer to his teachings as all movement starts inside the body. Daniel Michel, for those who might not have watched the previous videos, was one of my osteopathy professors who also taught me MiQiDao. So I'm explaining the basics of lateral undulation in MiQiDao in detail. We always start the sessions by centering ourselves. We breathe deeply to get properly aligned. You can put one hand on your belly, one hand on your rib cage. You inhale through your belly first, continue the breath up to the thorax, and you'll notice that it aligns your posture. We'll start the undulations from the feet. So I exert pressure on my foot as if I wanted to push my foot into the ground. That makes me lean toward the opposite side. You see, when I push with my foot, I tilt to the other side. I am trying to perform a more fluid and undulating movement. If it's not at first, it's no big deal. The art is in that, taking your time. You can also put your hands on your glutes in the back, under the sit bones, close by, and you'll feel if, for example, I exert pressure on my left foot, it'll crush my right sit bone, and so on. If I press on my right foot, the pressure will slowly build up on my left sit bone. Okay, we take the time to make the transfer from the pelvis all the way to the upper body. It is a specific type of practice that we need to perform. We can move through it faster or slower to help us become more accustomed to those particular sensations. The goal is to have a fluid movement. We can also do the movement from our shoulders. See, I accentuate the movement in my shoulders as if I wanted to give a push someone next to me, okay? Let's say we're sitting at the movies and I want to push the person next to me. So my motor movement starts from my shoulders, my shoulder girdle. The shoulder girdle is very mobile in the body. So I push my shoulder to the right and then I push it to the left. The movement I was talking about in the pelvis is exactly the same. It is just that my focus is in a different place. Everything happens at the same time. I am putting words to different parts of the body, but it happens simultaneously, okay? So the goal is to do it by including the whole spine. Now, at the head level, as if I were straining my ear to hear what's happening in the next room. I strain to hear, listening intently. My focus is drawn that way. As you see, I possess an undulating movement. I don't move like a stiff wooden board. I am really not feeling stiff at all. It makes my entire spinal column undulate. So everything happens simultaneously. When I strain my ear, like here, I'm going to the left, I'm pressing I'm pressing on my right foot, okay? So either we start from the feet, the pelvic bone. It could be resting on our shoulders or perhaps even our ears. All of that is done with the primary goal of creating a fluid and undulating movement. I move at a slow pace and I also make sure to breathe deeply. You will see whenever I inhale, it really helps me. I fight against the weight of gravity just to undulate. It is pulling me upwards. It is just my own breathing. It exerts an influence and participates in my slow movement. Right up to the limit of my own frail body. If it moves less well on one side or the other, that is perfectly fine. We will observe. I may have restrictions regarding my spinal mobility within my vertebrae in the back, the lower back, or the thoracic area. Is that understood? And I can accentuate the movement, go faster, or perhaps slower, or even slow down. The act of breathing really helps us slow down, until we finally arrive at a state of near total and complete stillness. Even when I appear to be perfectly still, there is that subtle tensegrity movement going on deep inside of me.